And I really want to talk about how well Disney does what Disney does and how you can translate those same skills to your private practice. So I grew up on Disney. I love watching Disney movies. I love Disney music. I love going to Disney. It's such a part of my life, and it has been a part of my life throughout the years. And as a child, I didn't really know a lot about, the Disney brand and the Disney promise. And as an adult, though, I have learned that I recently watched Bob Iger's masterclass, and it was really interesting to see how they do what they do and hear how they do what they do and how they strategically plan what they do within Disney. There's a couple of things that I really like that Disney does. Is Disney, it really crosses all the T's and dots all the I's. When you go to Disney, they've really thought out everything. It's really about the user experience. That's really important to Disney. And I think that really makes them stand out from other people. They're thinking about you as the consumer. What is it like for you to show up to their park? What is it like for you to check in? What is it like for you to go to the restaurants? How can they make that user experience better? And I think that as clinicians, we get caught up sometimes in holding like the therapeutic space that sometimes we forget about the user experience. I definitely forget how anxiety provoking it can be for somebody to come in for their first session. I know anytime I go to a new doctor's office and I can't find that doctor's office, I can feel my anxiety start to rise, right? And then we all do different things with our anxieties or our emotions. Making sure things like the instructions are very clear on how to get to your office. I recently went to a doctor's office. It was not clear. They didn't put the suite. And the building was rather large, and we parked in one spot because the sign was there, but then it was really on a different part of the building, and it was in with another office. It was very confusing. And I looked back at the email because I'm not a details person. Everybody that knows me knows I'm not. But the suite wasn't on there. And I said, this is something I think that would be very important to be on there. I was like, I'm always thinking too, like, what's it like for somebody to receive one of our emails? How clear are the instructions for them to get places? Disney's so good at that. They're so good at, here's all the rules. Here's what we need from you. Here's our expectations. Here's what you can expect. They lay it out when you check into their hotel, when you buy tickets. The thing about Disney is it is costly. You do pay for that service, whether it's through tickets or foods or things like that. So I definitely recognize that Disney may not be accessible to everybody and that, you do pay for that gold standard. But when it comes to your practice, that doesn't have to be the case. I want you to think about the user experience for your clients. How easy is it for them to call you, email you, get a response, fill out paperwork, put credit cards on file? How easy is it for them to cancel or change appointments, to find your office, to change your credit card, to deal with any kind of administrative things going on in your office? How easy is it for them to find a bathroom in your space, to get a drink of water if they needed one? Just small things like that maybe we don't think about, but it would be really important for us to create a user experience that really stands apart. Mental health is becoming like other industries. We can't let our guards down. There's a lot of opportunities. There's a lot of options. They don't have to just go to the one practitioner in their area. They're reading reviews. They're looking at your websites. They're doing research. They're going to be reading about this. And you have to figure out how can you stand apart from the competition, even if the competition isn't a therapist next to you. The BetterHelps and Talkspaces and these other places that are our competition in some ways. I want to talk a little bit more about what Disney gets right and how you can translate that to your private practice. But first, I want to thank our sponsor, TherapyNotes. If you're looking for an electronic health record that's really full service, that really also has a great customer service, they are thinking about their user experience. They talk about this all the time. You see my hand going because I'm so emphatic about it. They're thinking about what is it like for the private practice owner to have a question and need an answer and not wanting to email. They're like, yes, we need to have a customer service. So hats off to TherapyNotes for thinking about the user experience and so being in line with what I'm talking about today. So going back to what can you do and how does Disney do it right? Disney is great at marketing. They tell you what you can expect. They tell you prices. They tell you if it's really busy. They give you hours. They create different experiences for you just in terms of different hotels and different places that you can stay. And then they give you a variety of services. You can go to Disney, you can watch their movies, you can listen to their music. So they have a variety of services, but it's again under the same umbrella. They have done one service very well and then started doing more services very well. So if you're doing individual therapy very well, maybe it's time to start thinking about groups, intensives, coaching, a group practice, because you got the one thing that you do down pat. You can start translating that to other things. And then you will really stand apart, just like Disney stands apart in terms of their brand. You will stand apart in your brand. I'm here supporting you most days out of the week. Good luck, everybody. Bye.